Dennis Rader, known as the BTK Killer, was a serial killer who murdered 10 people in Wichita, Kansas, between 1974 and 1991, a seemingly normal family man and church council president. Rader taunted media and police with letters detailing his crimes. Rader was a Cub Scout leader, active church member, and employee at a DT security company. He reported killing animals and developing violent, sexualized bondage fantasies at a young age. He described his crimes as being driven by Factor X, a dark, controlling urge to dominate helpless victims. He gave himself the moniker BTK, which stands for Bind, Torture, Kill, in letters to media. He killed 10 people, including men, women, and children, often targeting homes and stealing souvenirs. Rader was highly organized, often conducting surveillance and waiting inside homes before victims arrived. After a long silence, Rader began leaving packages and taunting letters again in 2004. His mistake came in 2005 when he asked police if a floppy disk could be traced. Police lied and said no, leading him to send a disk that contained metadata pointing to his church and name. Rader's one digital mistake ended a 30-year hunt. Ted Bundy was an American serial killer who kidnapped, raped, and murdered dozens of young women across 7 states during the 1970s. Known for his charm and intelligence, he used manipulation to lure victims, often faking injuries or posing as authority. Bundy often used a fake cast or crutch to appear harmless or needy, luring victims to his vehicle before killing them. He was known for extreme sexual sadism, brutally beating, raping, and often returning to dispose of or abuse the bodies. His known killings spanned Washington, Utah, Colorado, Florida, Oregon, Idaho, and Vermont. Experts diagnosed him as a psychopath. He was considered a social predator who could easily charm people, masking his violent nature. He escaped custody twice in 1977 while in Colorado, fleeing to Florida where he committed his final, most brutal attacks. One routine traffic stop exposed him. A cop noticed suspicious behavior and searched his car, finding burglary tools. That small stop connected to a much larger manhunt. Bundy was executed via electric chair at Florida State Prison on January 24, 1989. Joseph James Dungello, known as the Golden State Killer, is a former police officer who committed at least 13 murders, 51 rapes, and over 120 burglaries across California between 1974 and 1986. Born in 1945, Dungello worked as a police officer in Exeter and Auburn, California, during the early years of his crime spree, allowing him to use law enforcement tactics to evade capture. He began as the Visalia Ransacker, 1974 to 75, became the East Area Rapist in Sacramento, 1976 to 79, and finally the original Night Stalker in Southern California, 1979 to 1986. He would stalk victims, break into homes at night, bind male victims, and stack dishes on their backs, threatening to kill them if he heard noise, before sexually assaulting female victims. He wasn't caught because of a dramatic clue, but because investigators uploaded crime scene DNA to genealogy databases and found relatives. A distant family connection became the thread that unraveled decades of crimes. In 2020, Dungello pled guilty to 13 counts of murder and kidnapping to avoid the death penalty, admitting to dozens more uncharged crimes in a detailed plea agreement. David Berkowitz, known as the Son of Sam, is an American serial killer who terrorized New York City from 1976 to 1977, killing 6 people and wounding 7 others, primarily targeting young couples in parked cars. He used a .44 Special Charter Arms Bulldog revolver to attack victims, mostly in the Bronx and Queens. His spree spanned over a year, causing widespread panic and leading to a massive police manhunt. He signed letters mocking police with his nickname, claiming he was ordered to kill by demons. Police traced a parking ticket to his Yonkers apartment after a witness saw him fleeing the scene of his final crime. He was sentenced to 6 consecutive life sentences, totaling roughly 300 years, and remains incarcerated. Richard Ramirez, known as the Night Stalker, was an American serial killer who murdered at least 13 people in California during 1984-1985, a self-described Satanist. He terrorized the Los Angeles and San Francisco areas with random home invasions, sexual assaults, and murders. Born in El Paso, Texas in 1960, Ramirez was heavily influenced by his older cousin, a Vietnam War veteran who showed him graphic photos of war crimes and killed his own wife in front of Ramirez. He was frequently abused by his father and developed a severe drug habit in his early teens. His crimes were noted for their lack of a specific victim profile, targeting all ages, races, and backgrounds. He often entered homes at night, shot or beat victims, and sexually assaulted them. Ramirez professed to be a Satanist, drawing a pentagram on his hand during his trial and shouting, "Hail, Satan!" On August 31, 1985, after his image was released to the public, he was recognized by residents in East Los Angeles, beaten by a mob, and held until police arrived. In 1989, he was convicted of 13 murders, 5 attempted murders, 11 sexual assaults, and 14 burglaries. He was sentenced to death but died of complications from B-cell lymphoma on June 7, 2013, at age 53.